Welcome to our technical briefing for the Penwelder 500 hand laser welding expansion kit for solid-state lasers. The Penwelder is the only hand laser welding system worldwide which can be securely connected to common solid-state lasers via a separate output. Normally, the system is purchased in addition to an automated laser welding line, either to reduce the effort in fixture construction or to maintain high cycle times by manually repairing defects after welding. The job is carried out either in the robot cell or in a separate cabin according to the specifications of Laser Protection Class 4. In this cabin, a fully functional hand laser welding workstation is created. The hand laser welding system consists of 4 components: the processing optics, the laser light cable, the control panel and the foot pedal. The processing optics is an optomechanical precision component and therefore the core of the system. It is designed as a welding pan and ergonomically optimized in terms of haptics, weight and the best possible accessibility, even for complex component geometries. The worker guides the welding pan and does the laser light by hand to the component and performs the welding process. Built into the optics is a control wheel for manual and stepless adaptation of the focus. Handle shells are attached to the optics with which the shielding gas is triggered. The laser light cable transports the laser light from the laser source to the component. The Penwelder system is the only system available worldwide that can be securely connected to industrially common plug types such as the Trumpf standard LLK-A, LLK D2A or to any fiber laser with a QBH plug. We use laser light cables with a 400 or 600 μ fiber depending on application and material requirements. The laser light cable is available up to a length of 30 meters. This means that even very large components can be welded comfortably. The control panel securely connects laser source and processing optics. It connects the welding pan in a safety monitored manner and indicates whether it is ready for use. It contains all necessary controls and control elements such as the key switch for switching the system on or off, an emergency off shock button, a throttle to adjust the inert gas flow rate, and control elements such as status LEDs and LEDs for the power indicator. The Penwelder system integrates all safety relevant components of the laser source and uses them during operation. When developing the Penwelder system, particular attention was paid to laser safety. In principle, 3 prerequisites must be met in order for the laser beam to be triggered. First, the welding pan must be in contact with the part, so that a test current can flow between the welding pan and the control panel. Second, the handle shells must be pressed, and third, the foot pedal must be kicked. If one of the 3 conditions is not met, the laser does not start and no laser beam comes out of the welding pan. All control elements are designed to be fail-safe and consist of modules from well-known manufacturers such as Siemens and Beckhoff. The Penwelder is exclusively operated in the pulsed deep welding process. Work is carried out without filler material, which is why a technical zero gap is required. This means that the joining gap must not exceed 10% of the material thickness or must not be greater than 0.2 mm. During deep welding, the laser beam not only melts the metal, but also forms a deep, narrow steam-filled hole, the so-called steam capillary or keyhole. The metal melt flows around this steam capillary and solidifies at its back. In this way, a narrow deep weld seam is formed with a uniform structure and a high strength. Basically, this welding process is characterized by high efficiency and high welding speeds. The heat input is very focused, resulting in low distortion or annealing colors. In addition, many materials that are considered non-weldable become weldable. In pulsed mode, we can set 3 parameters depending on the power of the laser source. First, the peak pulse performance. Second, pulse duration. And third, the pulse frequency. These parameters together result in a program. Through this program, we determine the welding result in terms of welding depth, maximum welding speed and seam surface. Furthermore, we can influence the beam shape via the infinitely variable focus setting. Via the program select switch on the control panel, 4 programs can finally be stored and thus called directly by the operator. These standard programs are set by our application engineer during commissioning. When using laser sources with 1 kW power and more, we see welding speeds of up to 4 meters per minute. The seams have a high strength. At 50% overlapping of the welding points, the seam is waterproof. At 75%, air and gas tight. Contact tips, the pilot laser and guide rails are important tools that make welding with the Penwelder even easier. The contact tip helps the operator to guide the hand laser along the component shape. The pilot laser shows the welder where the laser beam hits the component and helps with aligning the Penwelder correctly. The guide rail supports the worker when welding a butt weld or when welding along edges. Ultimately, the contact tip ensures a constant focus distance and is therefore partly responsible for reproducible qualitative welds. Laser Protection Class 4 applies to any handheld laser welding device in operation. Thus, different measures are required for the customer to ensure laser safety, such as the appropriate instruction of the employees, the wearing of special protective equipment, as well as the establishment of a separate laser safety area.